Hey guys, what's going on? This is Pants Our Dragon, and today Aurelion's soul has been revealed. And I just want to be doing a little quick video on my thoughts on this champion and how I feel he's going to be played. And so with all that being said, let's get started. Alright, so the very first thing we're going to be talking about is his passive. His passive is very similar to Diana's W. Of course, it doesn't give him a shield, but they all do magic damage and it constantly orbits around him for the entire game. Although it is a passive, it can apply spell effects like Rally's Crystal Scepter and Spell Vamp. So this ability looks like it can be good for wave clearing, and maybe if it does enough damage, he might be a viable jungler. One thing I think about when I see this passive is he's going to be some kind of up-close AP bruiser, kind of like Diana, but maybe not an assassin. But I definitely can see Rally's Crystal Scepter being a core item on him because of this passive. Next up is going to be his Q. And this skill is kind of similar to Nivea's Flash Frost. And so basically it's a skill shot that deals damage and stuns all nearby enemies upon reactivation of his Q or once it travels beyond his star's maximum orbital range. It's not where his passive is, you can see it's around that gray circle when he shoots it. And also if he does travel beside the star, it'll keep increasing in girth so you can get a big Nivea Q and do some big AoE stun on people. Now this ability doesn't say it actually has a limit on how far you can travel with it, so what I think you can do is you can grow the star so big and you can nurture it from one base to another. This definitely looks like an interesting wave clear skill, but it also looks like actually a pretty good ganking skill for a jungler. But it doesn't look like a really good poke tool since it can only travel so far away from Aurelion's soul. Next up is going to be his W, which increases the orbit range of his passive and how fast they rotate, while also increasing the damage output. Although this is going to be similar to Karthus' E, as it is a toggle ability, and it does drain mana per second. So he's probably going to build a Rod of Ages or Tear, and it looks like he's going to be like a melee AP bruiser. Next up, let's talk about his E. So first off, we're going to be talking about the passive of this ability. So this is probably his active footage, but we don't have footage of him moving around. But what his passive does is as he moves in a straight line, he builds up movement speed, but if he does sharp turns, he will lose some of that bonus movement speed. But some of the speed is stored away as escape velocity stacks, which are lost when he takes damage from an enemy. Probably want to think of how Luden's Echo works with movement stacks, and that's probably what this passive is similar to. And you're probably wondering what these stacks are for, and it's going to be for the active. So once he does get max stacks on his E, he basically starts flying across the map and travels to a location. It doesn't seem like you can stop this manually. The only way you can be hit down is if you take enemy damage. By the way, it's any enemy damage, not just champion damage, for clarification. So it does seem like this ability is going to be his ganking ability, and getting those stacks in mid lane is probably impossible, so most likely he is going to be a jungler, so you'll probably see him flying in behind people and ganking them. It's not entirely useless for mid lane, of course. I mean, you can use it on your way heading back to mid lane and getting there faster, or just straight up roaming to other lanes. Finally, we're going to be talking about his ultimate, and to be honest, it's not something I expected because it's a pretty simple ultimate, or so what you think, but I see a lot of potential with this ultimate. So basically what this ultimate does is it shoots a wave of starfire that deals instant damage and slows enemies who are hit by it, but it also knocks away people who are in his orbit. And that's what makes this ultimate pretty interesting, because let's say you use your E and you fly behind the enemy, then you use your W to make your outer ring bigger, and then you go Dragon Breath, and then you can knock back enemies into your teammates. Then you can follow up with a Q to stun them all. Doesn't it actually seem kind of powerful? It actually seems like a really powerful kit, and I think he's going to be a really fun champion. So yeah, this champion offers a lot of CC, and looks to be a lot of damage, looks to be an AP type of champion, maybe he might be a tank, who honestly knows, and looks to be really fun and also very powerful, at least from what I've seen. But yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to leave a like if you did like this video, and comment below on what you guys think about Aurelion's soul. Does he look really fun? To me, he looks absolutely fun, super fun. Although I'm pretty biased because I think every champion they release is super fun because it's always new, and I do like new content. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about Aurelion's soul in the comments below. And if you want to see more future videos like this, make sure to subscribe. And I am Pants Our Dragon, and I'll see you guys next time.